You know, some creatures, they're just a menace, right? An ecological disaster. And others, well, they're a miracle food source. But what if they were the exact same animal? Today, we're going to dive into the paradox of the catfish, a creature that tells a really surprising story about our planet, our problems, and our own ingenuity. So our story starts with a truly staggering number. We're talking more than 300 million invasive catfish, and they are quietly spreading all across the globe. This isn't just some local issue. It is a silent swimming invasion happening on a planetary scale. And look, this isn't just any old fish. It's an ancient survivor, a creature that was around long before us. And right now, it is pushing river ecosystems all over the world to their absolute breaking point. Okay, so we've got this ancient survivor that's pushing ecosystems to the brink. But what is it that makes it so, well, unstoppable? Let's break down the reasons behind this incredibly effective invasion. Catfish are basically equipped with what you could call survivor superpowers. I mean, they eat almost anything from algae to other fish. They can thrive in really murky, polluted water where other species just can't make it. And get this, a single pair can produce hundreds of thousands of eggs. You put all that together, and you have a species that can completely take over an entire river in just a handful of years.
And the economic impact? It's immense. In North America alone, these invasive catfish are outcompeting native species so fast that it's creating what scientists call a biomass crisis. This puts a $7 billion fishing industry at risk. And despite all these desperate measures, like massive harvesting campaigns, even poisoning canals, the fish just keeps spreading.
And this just shows you how adaptable they are. Meet the walking catfish in Florida. This thing can survive out of water for nearly a day and literally crawl across land after it rains. Just think about that for a second. Natural barriers, like a strip of dry land, they mean almost nothing to it. It just kind of picks up and walks to the next pond or canal. And this is not just an American story, not by a long shot. Over in India, an African catfish species that was introduced for experimental farming ended up escaping into the wild. Now it's just devastating native fish, frogs, even young water birds in major rivers like the Ganges. It's a true global crisis. But here's the real heart of the paradox. While invasive catfish, like the one you see on the left, are thriving in these polluted, man-made environments, other species are just vanishing. On the right, that's the magnificent Mekong giant catfish. Its population has plummeted by 90% because hydropower dams have totally destroyed its migration routes. So one thrives because of human impact, and the other one dies because of it. So we have an unstoppable pest on one hand and a disappearing giant on the other. And this is where our story takes a completely unexpected turn. I mean, that's the question, right? It's puzzling ecologists and governments all around the world. All the conventional methods, netting, poisoning, culling, they've pretty much all failed. So what on earth is the answer? What if the best response isn't to fight it? What if you just lean into it? To embrace the very thing that makes it such a threat? Now, that's a radical shift in thinking. Instead of trying to wipe the species out of nature, China decided to do the exact opposite. They took this so-called invader and turned it into the backbone of one of the largest protein production systems on the entire planet. Which brings us to what's been called China's fish machine, a massive, incredibly efficient system that is totally changing how we think about producing food. To really get a sense of the scale of this operation, just look at this. China produces about 60% of the entire world's aquaculture output. The rest of the world combined makes up the other 40%. That's a level of dominance that's kind of hard to wrap your head around, and catfish are a huge part of this machine. In these massive farming clusters in the Yangtze River Basin, a single farming cycle in their interconnected pond systems can raise over 1.2 million fish. I mean, these aren't just farms, they are full-on aquatic factories. So how in the world do they do it? Well, the whole system is a model of industrial efficiency. It all starts in these huge industrial hatcheries that guarantee a stable supply of young fish. Then they're moved to high-density ponds where they grow super fast. Harvesting is a precisely timed operation, with a single pond yielding up to 400 tons of fish. And finally, automated processing plants turn those fish into fillets in less than 12 hours. It's a completely seamless end-to-end production line. And here's the most crucial point. the efficiency. To produce 1 kilogram of catfish meat, you need about 1.5 kilograms of feed. Now compare that to a pig, which needs about 3 kilograms, or cattle, which need a whopping 7 kilograms of feed. This incredibly low feed conversion ratio is an absolute game changer for producing protein. And they push that efficiency even further with these really clever symbiotic systems. A lot of farms build duck houses right over the fish ponds. The duck waste falls into the water, and that provides a natural source of nutrients for the fish. This simple idea can cut their industrial feed costs by 30% and nearly double the total output value of the farm. It's brilliant. So this is way more than just a story about one fish, right? This system offers a potential glimpse into the future of food. The challenge facing all of us is just enormous. I mean, how are we going to feed a planet of nearly 10 billion people when land and fresh water are becoming more and more scarce? Traditional livestock farming is just incredibly resource intensive. The difference in resource use is staggering. You can see it right here. Traditional livestock needs exponentially more land and water compared to catfish farming. And this is exactly why fast-growing freshwater species offer a potential path to producing huge amounts of protein with a much, much smaller environmental footprint. But it's not a simple copy-paste solution for the rest of the world. This system works so well in China for a few specific reasons. They have these vast inland plains that are just perfect for pond systems. Their farms are designed with integrated water treatment to reduce pollution. And, crucially, a massive domestic population creates a stable market that basically consumes all the output. And that really brings us to the final and most crucial takeaway. The story of the catfish, the pest that became a protein source. It shows us that a species isn't inherently good or bad. It's really a reflection of the systems we decide to build around it. So the real question isn't about the fish at all. It's about our own creativity and foresight in shaping the world that we live in.